Greetings and welcome, fellow rodents, to another episode. Let's play Small Saga. Well, last we left off, we have arrived in Murida and now are free to explore. So, let's explore. We also have a slight side quest of picking some stuff up, but we can get to that. I keep telling people this isn't a library, yet people come in and just stand around reading our books. You make it so convenient. I come here just to smell the books. Love that new book scent. The book titled Star-Crossed Squirrels. It looks well read. Oh dearest Sheena, I long to once again feel thy embrace, and yet I fear our love cannot be so, for squirrels grey and red cannot be wed, lest our fathers clash in battle throw. Lands grey and red are naught but shades, may die upon the artist canvas, if colour stands before our love, then I renounce my father's hue. Come take my paw, dear Mariette, let us paint a colour new. The destitute, heavy. Sir Jacques threw a ragged roll at the lawmasters. I caught this scum making up into the night with a bag of your seeds. The lawmaster shook his head. Why, this rodent is no thief. I gave him those seeds as a parting gift. Jack let out a huff, returned to his prisoner. It seems that the lawmaster has saved your tail today, but mark my words, I've got my eye on you, Vol'jin. How miserable. The Moonlight Mystery. It looks dark. The detective gazed at the scene. Blood splatters, claw marks, furniture torn in two, all the classic hallmarks of a Titan attack, like the old mole had said. But something didn't add up. Why did the victim reach for a silver knife instead of his steel sword? Thus, a shiver shot down the detective's spine. A whisper passed through her teeth. Possible. Ground claw, fiction. First floor, non-fiction. Reminder, if you eat it, you buy it. The book titles Nora's Fall by Lawmaster Tobin. True Empress Nora was born in the twilight years of the Golden Laurel Empire, an era marked by rampant inflation, unprecedented austerity, and endless plagues. The cities of Murida called for respite from their squalor, but Nora had none. If the mice are hungry, then I can eat their thatched roofs, the Empress famously muttered. On the late summer's day, tensions came to a boil. Citizens pounded on the palace doors and demanded justice. The senators, led by Senator Decimus, were happy to oblige. Speaking to the crowd, Decimus denounced Nora as the sole source of their citizens' ills. He proposed that, to assess Nora's guilt, she be put through a trial by fire, an arcane test even for this time. The Imperial Guards constructed a great pyre of timber and straw in Meridian Square. They tied Nora to its central mast. With a single spark, the pyre ignited, and the crowd let loose a raucous cheer. The fire ate its fair share, but it hungered for more. Flames danced from fire to haystack, from haystack to roof. Soon the whole city was ablaze. The damage caused by the Great Fire trial was immense. Meridian burned to the ground, thousands of rodents died, and millions were displaced. The godly city above, too, suffered greatly. Thus, the great Golden Laurel Empire was ash. James's Ascent, Lawmaster Tobin. Okay. When the flames of the Great Fire trial grew beyond control, the Imperial soldiers were first to scatter and flee, leaving the Meridian cities to a blazing demise. But then a mouse peasant called Artura stepped forward. She rounded up a dozen of her peers, James, Vesruvius, and Grace the Red among them, demonstrated how to fashion a smoke-proof mask from a thimble and dampened cloth. Groups set to work putting out fires and directing others to safety. The fire consumed Meridian and much of Prudencia. However, thanks to Artura's quick and selfless actions, thousands of lives were saved from a horrific demise. In the following days, once the ash had settled and the tears had been shed, people of Meridium nominated Artura to lead the city as their first in the new line of monarchs, but she declined the offer, nominating James the Black Rat in her stead. Thus James was crowned as the first king of Rodentia, with Artura serving as both Blade Master and founder of the aptly named Thimble Guard. Out of the ashes of Meridium, the modern city of Murida was constructed. Since James's crowning, the Blue-Rat monarchy has reigned over Rodentia for over 300 years. Why exactly Artura declined the throne will perhaps forever be a mystery. Well, some just don't desire power. Delicious Mouse Recipes by Jan Olive. Pasta alla Jan. Dinner for one. Ingredients: 1 piece of penne, 1 small tomato, 1 acorn, cup of water, salt, pepper, basil, and oregano to taste. But whether not doing the recipe, you can do that in your own. Gods, Life and Death by Lawmaster Sandra. Oh, that looks important. As a lawmaster who has dedicated her life to studying the behavior of gods, the most common question I get asked is, are the gods mortal? A controversial subject, to be sure, but there are verified witness accounts of gods succumbing to death by sickness, grievous carriage injury, and even old age. The second most common question is, how do the gods reproduce? To which I answer, noisily. Sword? Phew, I have no time for you. How rude. But fair enough. Artura Street. Well, at least she has a street named after her. We'll not go into the alley just yet. Young King Titan's border. A win for the people. One can't help but wonder. The gods above us never stop hooting and jeering. Makes it hard to get some shut-eye. Yeah, Parliament can be very noisy. That's working late again. Wait, what you got there? My sword? No, not that stupid thing. That piece of paper. Drawing? This? It's a map. Can't make whistle or tail of it. Oh, cool. It's got an axe, just like it's marked some pirate's treasure. Sure, it's just like that. Looks like the map of the kingdom I've seen in the school. The big blue squiggle, the King's River. Murida's over here, just next to it. But the X is way over there in the northeast. Alright, so north is up. Did you miss a class in school or something? Never went. Oh, lucky. Hey. Yeah, sure, let's steal her allowance, I guess. Live, strive, squeak. Words to live by. This cube cost me 2,000 seats a month and it doesn't even come with a loo. Hey, you're good at robbing people. Ever thought about being a landlord? Nah, I've got some dignity. Lead Twisted Tales? Or Yeet just Twisted Tales? I take a request. What are you in the mood for? A blessing. It's a dangerous world out there. Stay safe, traveler. Nice. I'm hustling this sucker. I think I'm being hustled. What's the rush? Stay around a while. Ooh, call of a character. I'm waiting for my Lapa. You should be here any moment. Lapa? Where I'm from, it means paw. It also means... Say it... Darling? Ah, got it. Recognize is knife darts, the most dangerous. I also noticed the crossbow on top of the shelf there. That's the only good behavior here. What'll be, friend? What do you recommend? How about a house special? 8 seats for a pint. Put hair on your tail. Well... no thanks. Maybe we only have reason to actually use it, but... go around more, see if there's anything more to spend on before I purchase any that I might regret. Alright, let's check the back alley here. Hey kid, wanna buy something? Special? What you got? You're a fighter, right? How about a berserker mushroom? The water vaults of Scanvik eat them before battle. True facts. One mushroom is HC. Yeah, sure. Alright, let's do this. Oh, is there a can deal? That should do business. Commit, no nuisance. Grim Alley. Okay, that's back where we were before, so... On. Is there a door to this place somewhere over here? No way in. A residential area. It's all quiet in Gutter End today. Let's hope it stays that way. Don't mind me, just taking a break from the young ones. All 14 of them. Now run along, scamp, before I put the boots to you. Just put in your whiskers. I want to join the Thimble Guard someday. I could be a real hero, like Mathwell, or Diego, or Leo. But I can't afford the fees. Stick with the family business. Fees? Wait, you have to pay a fee to join the guard? Sort of. You have to pay to get the proper certifications and equipment and stuff. Not much for nobles, but it's quite a bit for us gutter folk. See? I'm waffling. Did you want something? No, I'm just looking around. Alright. For me, a needleman's and crates. For Sevilla, it's a deadly sword. Needlework is all down to who holds the tool. Guess you don't want to say anything more about that. Definitely some displeasure around here. Here's the fishing, good sir. A pile of rubbish. But hey, we can climb. God, are a real pain in the tail. I can barely leave my shack without being stopped and searched. God, ain't so tough. Just a bunch of toughs playing soldier. Yeah, I live in a shoe. It stinks, but the rent is absolute bargain. Bird soap? Welcome, Mouse. Welcome to my humble little restaurant. Tell me, do you appreciate the fine pleasure of gourmet cuisine? I do. Sure, food's great. Ah, connoisseur. If If you bring me rare ingredients, I can craft dishes that will transcend the usual Muridan's will. I can make food of the gods. Okay. But what dish to start with? Perhaps a delicate nut flour cookie with just some hint of rose water. Bring me a pistachio and I shall make for you Goriba. What trinkets do I have? So I have this big onion, coffee, old mushroom, may have side effects, okay, and the peanuts. I kind of like that. Try to be more-ish. I do have a pistachio. And let's take the old mushroom instead. Here's your pistachio. Excellent, it smells divine. You must have traveled far to procure it. The guy was selling them up the road. Humility. 10 seconds if you please. Fireworks pour some almond flour into the paste and then add crumbs of pistachio and a single drop of rose water. He bakes the dough in a blazing wood oven. An aroma of sweet and floral biscuits fill the air. Voila, Goriba. Eat a Goriba cookie. Divine. What next? Perhaps a hearty steamed vegetable dumpling with sesame dip. Bring me a peanut and a spring onion and I will make for you Bowsy. Think how you say that. Well, I have the spring onion. Tea. Ooh, as well as black tea. I only have coffee. But the cookie is slightly better than the room. We can keep that later. Something else. Right now, I don't have enough hit points to really make that worth my while anyway. Wait, this leads to the gatehouse. Pedals must be in the other direction. Right. Back. Nothing else this way, right? Doesn't allow me to go anywhere else. Right, let's head back to the docks for a bit. I think we've scoured all this. Right. Yeah, I remember the Stilton stuff. There's something here we needed to pick up. Are you the guy? What guy? The guy with the box or something? I wasn't really paying attention. Oh, I get it. Sure, I'm the guy. Mr. Abozato roped you into being his errand boy, didn't he? That happens sometimes. Well, here you go. It's just what that weirdo ordered. Strange packet. The 2 trinkets. Painstakingly that thing through customs, so don't you go dropping it now, you hear? Sure. But that'll do for this episode. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did enjoy, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.